Good morning. Happy Saturday. I am having a day. Um, yeah, I'll wait for everyone to hop on until I get going. I have a few announcements that I'm going to be making. Um, yeah, anyways, good morning. I can't believe it's already 11 on Saturday of the 14th. It has been a crazy year. Um, yeah, so I'll make a few announcements because I feel like I'm gonna forget that because it's just been a morning. But anyways, so next week is my birthday, and next so oh my gosh, like I said, it's been a morning. So next week is my birthday, and so next Saturday, I wanted to do something fun for sprints, and I decided that I'm gonna do a 6 long sprint, and I'm going to have lots of giveaways. I'm going to have a couple people join me. If you do sprints, um, or you like going live and you're available next week, message me on Instagram on a Spark a Sam library, and I can have you join. But I really wanted to celebrate with sprints and doing stuff like I really like doing and enjoying hanging out with my friends because it has been a year for me. I talk about it a lot, but it's just like my way of like processing. Like I've been through a lot this year. So I uh last year I turned 30, which big year, right? And unfortunately I've not been like 30 and flirty and thriving. It's more like 30, I don't even know, like barely surviving. uh No, it's been a year. I lost my grandma a week after my 30th birthday, so October last year, and then I lost my bio grandpa. Then I lost the man that I called my grandpa in February. I lost my dog. I lost an uncle, and I found out I'm losing my job, and then my other dog needed surgery. But I do have good news. Branson, my dog that had surgery, what was it, last week now? Oh my gosh. We found out yesterday his his cyst was not cancerous. Thank God. Like seriously, I don't think I would have been able to handle it. So it has been a year. It's been a year, and I just want to, like, celebrate. I literally decided, like, last year, just after my birthday that I wanted this birthday to be my next chapter, since I in October last year, I started my Bookstagram, and, I started a bunch of accounts that I do for all my little niche things, but I just like I wanted this to be like I'm 30, but it's my next chapter in life. And honestly, I am so excited for this next chapter because it's been a lot. Um yeah, and I talk about it a lot. I talk about mental health a lot. That's something that's always just been really important to me, something I've dealt with, and it's just like my way of processing. So I'm trying to hope like next week I can just celebrate that I'm still here. I'm still doing this. I love doing this, and I have been able to hold my head up so much higher. Um and I don't know, I'm not really good at planning like gifts and stuff ahead, but I have so much stuff I have made, and I'm like, let's give it away and have like just fun. Like I don't know. I just need to spread some joy and spark and stuff in the world. So I figured that's what I do with sprints next week in honor of my birthday and this next chapter of life. Um So with that, I'm very overstimulated today. If you guys know, my husband works seasonally and he's home, not off work yet, but he's getting to the off season soon. He is like, I'm a morning person, as in like get my coffee, journal, chill, easy morning. And he is like, wake up, let's clean, let's get this done. And I'm very thankful he's been cleaning this morning, but I literally came out of our bedroom and our whole living room was moved. The couch was flipped on its back because he was vacuuming like the underside of the couch. And if I had $1 for every time he had turned on and turned off the vacuum, I'd have like $15. And to me, I'm just like, I'm used to being home by myself. And he's just like overstimulating me right now. Uh Last night I thought I plugged in my laptop, which I did, but it wasn't plugged into an outlet. This morning I switched laundry from the washer to the dryer and never turned the dryer on. So I'm just a struggle bus this morning. And I told Matt because he was like, "Oh, you're hosting sprints?" I'm like, "Yes, I do every Saturday." And he was literally like 3 minutes before this started. I don't know what he was cutting out in the garage, but he was sawing something, which is not far. Like, it's on the opposite side of this room, and you can just hear like, and I'm just like, I love him. I'm thankful he's getting stuff done, but I am overstimulated this morning. So, with that being said, what are you guys doing today? I think I'm gonna like try to regroup, maybe journal, maybe read. I'm reading The Dead Romantics and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm also I know it deals, like, with death, and, my grandpa's birthday was Thursday, so and I got to the part where this isn't a spoiler because it says it on the back, where her dad passes away, and I wasn't expecting it to hit me that hard, but it was, so I like it. It's not gonna be like a DNF or anything. I'm just like, "Oh, okay, it's all hitting me today," which I don't know why. It's, like, always the days that I'm gonna do sprints that I get really emotional. I don't know, I'm sorry. And then if I'm, like, working on something and have my headphones on, I'm listening to The Witching Hour by Anne Rice, which it's like a 50-hour audio, but I'm really liking it. It's a multiple, like, point of view, well, like, multiple perspectives, and then you get, like, the whole life story of that person. Because 'cause I'm only, like, 23% in, and I have a whole lot left, but, I'm really liking it. I just have no idea where it's gonna go with how much time I have left. But it's nice because when I work on stuff, I don't have to worry about it's almost done. Like, I don't know. It's comforting. It's like listening to a whole series at once, but it's all in one book. That's the way I'm just picturing it right now. Instead of having, multiple episodes, it's just all in one. But anyways, so what are you guys up to? How's it going? Sorry, I just wanted to get that all out so I didn't forget anything and I might talk about it more. I don't know. Like I said, my brain is it's everywhere today. Good morning, Melissa. Thanks for joining. Hey, Heather. Um, I'm picking up crochet project, genre blanket. That's so cool. I haven't picked it up since April. Okay, but I feel like crocheting, I know it's like so popular all the time, but to me, that's always like my fall to spring, like cozy things. And then in the summer, it's like, I don't know. There's something, yarn is warm, it's hot. And I'm the same way. I don't crochet a lot, but when I do, I pick it up from fall to spring, so I get it. So I have a lot to catch up on, listening to Red Rising while I work. Ooh, I wanna know how you're liking that because I have been very intrigued by that book. I'm sad I can't join. I'll be watching from the road. I know, and I know next weekend is very busy for a lot of people. October is just crazy. And I could have done it this weekend, but I have so much going on. I'm hoping by next weekend it's just a little bit more under control and it's belated birthday because I have a lot I want to do for next weekend. And there's a lot of people doing sprints and stuff today too that I want to hop in on everybody's. So um yeah, it's just been crazy and a lot. Uh but I know a lot of people won't be able to join next week, which I'm sad, but I'll be thinking about you guys. Good morning, Kendall. I'm so happy you joined Bookstagram and I've been able to connect with you. Gonna make me cry. Gonna make me cry. I know. I'm so thankful for everyone I've gotten to meet and this community. It's just like it's been so cool to reach like so many different people and get back into the book world. Like I don't know. I've been a reader since I was little. Um like I loved reading and being able to connect with people about books is something that I feel like I haven't been able to do since Twilight. Uh, and so this is just to me, it has awoken this part of me that I had like in hibernation for a while, and it's been so comforting, and I'm here for it. I mean, I have bookshelves. So that's another part that I'm getting a little overstimulated with is so I have this bookshelf that I made from these used to be drawers from our house. They had a bunch of built-in furniture that didn't work for us. And so I made them into shelves. But this section that I have over here, we bought two bookshelves from Walmart, and I'm going to be redoing this whole space, which I didn't plan on doing this weekend. And now my husband's like, "Oh, you're going to do that this weekend, right?" I'm like, "No, but I guess I will now." Which is fine because I need a little bit more organization. I know that's part of my chaos right now, but was not expecting to do that this month. Hey, April. I'll be listening to Library of Shadows, cutting out orders, and sewing. I know you meant sewing. Love autocorrect. But Library of Shadows sounds so good. There's my TBR for October is like a mile long. I have gotten no reading done. And then my audiobook I pick, takes up my full 2 weeks on Libby. So I'm hoping that up until Thanksgiving, I've decided I'm gonna listen to spooky books. I'll listen to spooky books year round, but I just feel like October came so fast. This whole year went by so fast, and I know I talk about that a lot, but it's just like it's crazy to find out how much has happened in 1 year. And I was like, "Well, that's why it went by really fast." Oh, girly, you're a mate. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna read it out loud. Um, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. It's been a process. I'm so thankful for therapy. Big advocate on therapy. And yeah, it's just like, I don't know why. It's hitting me that I don't know. I did it. I made it through. I've made it through this year, which is just and I feel like I've done it really well, which I said on a Sparkasam, which is my crafting account, like my younger self would be so proud of how I handled all this. But then this morning, I'm very overstimulated. um, hey, Courtney, I'll be reading Cinders and Sparrows today. Oh my gosh, is that a cozy or a fantasy? Or that sounds really good. I'm not, I'm gonna look it up. I normally don't because I am so slow at looking things up. But that sounds really cool. Uh, ooh, that cover is really pretty. That's really pretty. That's really cool. That sounds really good and, like, something I would like right up my alley. But thank you for joining. Yeah, I love my husband, and I love that he cleans, and I love that he organizes, and I love that. He is just like he loves noise. He loves noise, and he has the TV going, and he was watching, like, American Sniper, and I'm like, "I cannot watch this kinda stuff right now." This is just bringing up so many emotions and things. I love him. He's just a lot. I'm working on show stuff all day. Then we have soccer evening games. I'm glad you're here though, Melissa, and that Reese's game is later today and that you're going to get to work on show stuff. I am doing a vendor event, which it will only be my second vendor event. I'll probably be doing a lot more now since so I'm losing my job, which was like a full-time crafter for somebody else. And now, so like it's like contract work, but now I'm on my own. So what I will be doing is I have my small business, which I just rebranded and I have nothing listed on my Etsy, but it's Willow Star Market. And then I'm working on designing stuff and doing that and then doing affiliate stuff. So if I share affiliate things, know that if you use my stuff, I get paid and it helps me. But Melissa is in the same boat. But she's doing some stuff in Ohio. So if you're in the Ohio area, the follow DIY Melissa and Sweet Buttercup Designs is her main Etsy, but then she also has Sweet Buttercup Shop, SHOPPE. And this is where she does like her vendor stuff. And she's in Colorado, where she lives. Sorry if I'm just putting this all out there, Melissa, but she is in Colorado, but she's going back to Ohio, where she's from, to do these markets in November. So I'm glad you're able to work on stuff. And Melissa makes some really cute things. I'm probably going to get ready with these sprints this morning. I need to get ready and make lunch after then get some reading done. Yes, and Kendall has sorry, this is so much information, but Kendall has a Patreon and she's going to be doing sprints later with her Patreon group, which I'll be hopping on that when I'm done. So I'm glad you're here and helping. This is so random, but I want to learn how to knit. So if anybody has any tips on what I should get to start with, I would love it. I know how to knit and crochet. I don't do them a lot. I know how to do it, but then I have to watch YouTube videos again. A lot depends on like what you want to start with. And I would just find a YouTube video and find the right needle size and yarn size that you need and learn the basics. There's so much on YouTube. I was fortunate my mom taught me all this stuff and she taught stuff in 4-H. I don't know if any of you guys did 4-H or FFA, but that's what I grew up in. And my mom taught classes to everyone how to do it. But now we have YouTube and TikTok. There's a bunch. So I don't have anyone off the top of my head that I know that does tutorials, but I'm sure you can find stuff. You just need to make sure the biggest thing is um depending on what kind of projects you want to do is having the right size knitting needles and the right size yarn. And I would just start with like acrylic yarn because the fuzzy stuff is really cute, but it's hard to start with. And it's kind of expensive. If you just start with acrylic yarn, it's normally easier and cheaper. I actually like knitting more than crocheting just because I'm better at controlling my tension with knitting. Yeah, I love crocheting because it's just like one hook and you can do so much with just your hook, where with knitting needles, um, I don't know why, to me it's just like you have two needles. But I agree with you, April. I knit more than I crochet, because I learned how to knit first. And I used to be able to do like cables, which I would have to look up how to do that again. But just learn your basic stitches. and casting on and casting off, and yeah, tension is the biggest thing that you just need to you'll get the hang of the more you do it. Um, yeah, it's fun. I love it. I love that everyone's getting I love that uh like the my bookish friends are getting into crafting and my crafting friends are getting into books and I'm like, "Yes, this is what I love." I absolutely love the color of your shelves. Thank you. And actually on the bottom half under the chair rail is the same color of my room and my cabinets. And I love teal. I love light teal, dark teal, all of that. When I painted these though, I was like, I thought it was gonna be a little bit darker. And all I could tell, like, all I could think of was Perry the platypus. Is that it's the exact color of Perry the platypus. Which I'm here for, it's fine, I like it, but, yeah, I love these. The shelves I'm putting in are white because 'cause they're just from Walmart, but I really wanna paint them, but they have that coating on them, and I don't know how well it'll paint, so we'll see because I love dark shelves. I think they look so cool when you have, like, the colored, um I like color. I love farmhouse, which I know this room isn't very farmhousey, but I love, like, farmhouse, but I love cottagecore more because it has color. I don't know, I'm not a super bright person, but in this room I am. I have I don't know, I'm not very good with aesthetics because I like all aesthetics, so different rooms in my house are, like, different aesthetics, if that makes sense. I need to get this disaster of an office craft room under control, it's driving me crazy. That's how I feel, that's when I'm like, uh, I need to just organize, and then I'll be so much more productive if I organize. I have cried on the internet so much, you're fine. I love you too, Kendall. I know, and I cry at everything. I cry when I'm happy, I cry when I'm sad, I cry when I'm angry. So, I'm used to it, but oh my gosh. It's a middle grade, I haven't started it yet. Well, it looks really cute, and I like the name. So, based on the cover and the title, I like it. We're gonna kill it too. Love you too, Melissa. Yeah, it's a new phase of life. It's just things don't go the way you plan, and they say you make plans and God laughs, and that's about how it goes. So, uh Perry the platypus. I cannot unsee it. And then like I add orange and I follow Dan, what's his I can't pronounce his last name. I could if someone said it, but me trying to say it off the top of my head. I follow the creator of Phineas and Ferb. His name's Dan something Meyer, something like that. It's a long name. I really want to make like a TikTok and be like, when you paint your whole room and then you can't unsee Perry the platypus. Because I feel like, no, it's not Dan, it's Dave. Oh my gosh. I'll look it up because that's gonna bug me. But yeah, I can't unsee Perry the platypus. Check out Heirloom all-in-one paint. You can paint anything without sanding it with that stuff. I haven't used it, but my friend uses it all the time. Ooh, good to know. My husband used to do restoration stuff, and he's like pretty cheap when it comes to stuff. Like he knows good paint, but then he's like, no, we don't need that. So maybe I'll convince him that I want teal, like this dark teal shelves to go with everything, and to paint that. Uh, I know he said if like we sanded it, which that just seems like a lot of work. But if I could just paint it all in one and not have to sand it, that would make me really happy. But okay, that was a lot of talk. So much talk. Uh we'll get to our first sprint. I will talk more about this little ambiance, but I wanted to do a pumpkin patch, which I couldn't really find a good ambiance for that. So instead I found this autumn farm, which if you guys don't know, I grew up on a small farm and up until 2020, my full-time job was agriculture. So this just like is giving me vibes and everything, and I watched it last night, before I went to bed too. So, I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you at the top of the hour. We'll just go I like going to the top of the hour, so see you guys in a little bit. Welcome back. How did everyone do? I got a couple chapters done and I got more coffee. I am about a third of the way through. I'm really liking it. I really love the main character and it's very relatable to me right now. Um with just like grief and loss and everything on those terms. That and they just talk a lot about flowers, and I love flowers. And yeah, how did everybody do? Um, hey Hannah, feeling a bit under the weather, but I'm planning to finish Wonderland by Jennifer Hillier. Ah, I'm sorry you're not feeling good. I had fun on your sprints last night though. That's I did not sleep well either, which probably wasn't helping my overwhelming feeling, but my cat last night was horrible. I couldn't fall asleep because I drank an energy drink yesterday, even though I drank it at like in the afternoon. That's like the only thing that's helping me get like a second wind to work on stuff. But my cat last night, um, she I don't like she would like cuddle and then all of a sudden she'd like meow and want to be fed. And I had fed her. She had food, she had water, she had everything. And she like woke me from like you know when you're like dead asleep and you're like REM sleep and then all of a sudden something wakes you up. Well, Mary Jane, that's my cat. She woke me up at like a little after 1 and I was like, "I cannot." And so I had to kick her out of our room, and then you could just hear her, like, crying. She's a very vocal cat. She's very talkative, and she just kept meowing all night, and so I think that's not helping with my overstimulation, but I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Um, because 'cause you're at the end of your fall break too. You don't need that. You need to be able to just chill and, yeah, feel better soon. I only read about 15 pages at Sprint since my little guy wanted to read and hang out with mommy, so I'll take it. Aw, how old is your little guy? I don't have kids, I just have fur babies right now, but that is so cute. Ugh, I love it. 2 rows of my blanket and 2 chapters of Red Rising. It's so good, but so sad. Maybe I'll have to wait a little bit longer to read that then. I don't know, I actually, like I'm the type of person, like, when I'm sad, I wanna listen to, like, sad songs, I wanna read sad things, I wanna, like, feel it all and get it all out, and then, like, I'll be happy and peppy the next day or a little bit later. Made it to chapter 7, I'm liking this story. I got nervous at first when it was talking about a haunted library, and it's not, like, creepy. I love creepy. Uh, they mentioned a Ouija board in this, which, this isn't so it's about if you guys haven't read it, it's very popular, The Dead Romantics. It's about a ghostwriter who can see ghosts, which I'm all about, but it's, like, quirky. It's I'm trying to think. It's more like to me right now, it's like a Casper, like, rom-com type thing, you know? It's not super scary. Um, maybe Casper isn't the way. That's, like, all I could think of was, like, what's a happy ghost thing? Uh, but they talked about a Ouija board, and they're like, "Nope," and that's how my husband is. He's like, like, how could you ever in the world?" And I was like, my friends and I used to play with Ouija boards, not for, like, scary stuff, not even close. It was like, "Who does so and so like, and who has a crush on blah, blah, blah," and it was all stupid stuff, but, my one friend lived by a cemetery, and we used to go to the cemetery and do the Ouija board, which now looking back, it's like we're insane. But like we asked, you know, who is blah 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 gonna go on a date with next? Like we never did anything scary. But I think we all were kind of sick and twisted because when we would be at my friend's house, like we would literally light candles and then we would play, oh, it's a theme song. Is it to what's it called? I didn't watch it because I didn't have the channel until I was older, so I didn't watch it until it was on Netflix, but it's the one where it's like two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. We were morbid, apparently morbid teenagers. But it seriously was like the most harmless thing ever. But looking back now, I was like, that was stupid. My little guy is 3. Oh, my husband works Saturday mornings, so it's our time together. He usually plays while I read, but today he's been bugging me to go to the library, so we will do that later today. That's so cute though. Oh, yeah, I've been having baby fever a lot, but now I'm like, "Ugh, probably now is not the time." Since I'm going on to a new phase of my career. However, I am going through baby fever a lot lately, but I'm also so like my husband and I, he works seasonally, and we talk about that a lot too because he works a ton right now, and normally he's working on Saturdays, so we were like we would have to like plan when to have kids so that he could be home with them in the beginning, like with us. And he does get his company is actually really good where he does get paternal leave. But it's also like that's he only works half the year doing his job. So there's just a lot to think about. And I'm like, I love October babies. I'm biased. But he's like, that's during hunting season. So I was like, "Well, I don't know then, because then if you have, like, November well, November is hunting too, but then, like, December, I'm like, then it's Christmas, and then we're like, oh gosh, we're just gonna wait on kids," but that's so cute, and, that just sounds like a great Saturday. Well, that's an interesting conversation to come in on. Hey, Keisha, sorry. I'm just all over the place. I'm reading the Bellwoods Game, getting a head start on Bookathon. Yay! I I love readathons, but I have a hard time reading more than like one book in a week right now. So I love hearing what everyone is reading and getting through because I just adds to my TBR that I'm like, one day I'll get to this. One day. Um, we're hey Becca, we're going to lunch with family and then going to the Eras Tour movie. My husband is accusing me of not telling him it was 3 hours long. I know I did. She cut so many songs from it, so it could have been longer. I am so I am so, like, excited for everyone that gets to go. I'm jealous I don't get to go, but, I mean, I could go if I wanted, I would just be going by myself. I got to go to the Eras Tour, so I don't feel that much FOMO, and my husband went with me, and he loved it. He said it was, like, he said it was the best concert he's ever saw, which was saying a lot because we saw Blink-182 literally a month before we saw Taylor, and Blink-182 is my husband's all-time favorite band, and now that they're, like, reunited and got to see 'em back together, like, he he's gonna be mad. He was watching tonight, like, earlier, and I commented that he's cheap with paint, and he's like, "You just told everyone I'm cheap." I'm like, "With paint, not in general, just paint, calm down." Um, but yeah, I don't know where I just totally side went from that, but anyways, I'm very excited you get to go to the Eras Tour, movie. I know when it's, like, streamed at home, I hope she adds, like, all the songs back, and I really wanna have, like, a little party, even if it's just for myself, like, I'll probably, like, jam out. jam out all day. Uh, I understand I only read 1 full novel this month so far. Yes, I finished The September House, and then now I'm only this far into The Dead Romantics. That's where I did so many in the beginning, and now, like, I like participating in them, but I don't I don't actually, like, force myself to be like, "Hey, you have to do this." Because even with audiobooks, it's hard for me to get through them sometimes, like, that quick, but so I just like being there and watching what everyone reads and seeing all their stuff and all the cute things. Because yeah, one of my friends was like, "Oh, The Dead Romantics, that's a quick read," and I'm like, "It's probably gonna take me 2 weeks right now." Um, I'm glad I'm not the only one getting a head start on Bookathon. We have a super busy week this week, and I wanna read for all the prompts. Yeah, see, and I get that too. I need, like, a month-long, readathon, and it's, like, 3 books because that's about where I'm at. Sometimes I can just, like, fly through them, but for the crafting world right now is I mean, we're hitting, like, peak busy season, and now that this is gonna be my full-time income is, like, selling stuff, that I make, and I have no inventory. It's just I've been listening to audiobooks, but like I said, the audiobook I'm listening to is 50 hours long. So, yeah, I try not to get into the mental game. I used to keep track and, like, have goals of, like, how many books I wanna read, and I still do, but I try not to get hung up on it because life's crazy, you know? And I am a goal accomplisher, so I always want to, like, accomplish the goal I set, and if I don't accomplish it, then it's mind games. So I'm trying to just be open-minded. I said, "Dylan, did you hear that?" And he said, "Yeah, but they went to the concert. This is the movie. It'll be lame." No, it will not be lame. I have seen, like, some theaters are like, people are dancing and singing and getting into it, and then I've heard some of them, people are, like, just singing along and sitting and watching, and I don't know what it'll be like. Then I heard, like, the big songs that people get excited for. I think on, like, opening weekend, like, have fun, get into it as much as you want. Like, obviously, I'm not a fan of, like, people being obnoxious, like, screaming, but, like, singing along and dancing and having fun. I thought it was so much fun. Like, literally, my husband loved it. He was like, "I've never seen anything like that in my life," and it is. It's just, like, a vibe and a feeling of being around people who just, like, are happy and love the same thing, and Taylor is giving me so much life right now. You best believe I watched the Chiefs on Thursday. Uh, it was actually funny because my mom got a notification on her phone that Taylor was at the game, and I already planned on watching it, but I had lost track of time, and I was like, "Taylor's on!" And I literally, like, ran through the whole house, and my husband, Matt, was like, "What?" I'm like, "Taylor's at the game!" Which when does that girl sleep? When does she sleep? She literally, the day before, was at her own premiere watching the Eras Tour film, dancing, going to every theater, giving a little intro, hanging out with Beyonce, and then the next day she's at a Chiefs game. I wanna know when she sleeps. Or, like, how do you think she has that much energy all the time? I'm here for it. I love Taylor. I've been a Swiftie since Tim McGraw came out. I just look up to her so much in so many ways, but I'm like, "Can you tell us those secrets? Can you write a song about how you have so much energy and how you do so much?" Because that's what I need to know. Yeah, anyways, I guess last night when I listened to the ambiance, it wasn't as loud as it was today. I don't know, it seemed really loud, but it reminds me of a petting zoo I used to work for, and it this petting zoo was owned by this couple, and unfortunately, they passed away from COVID, but it was like a Notebook type story. They literally, I think it was like 20 minutes they passed away from each other. But they were the most fun bosses, like genuine happy people, and they had this petting zoo. The farm that the petting zoo was at had been in their family for like 80 years, and just like the little things in it remind me of uh, when I worked there, and we would actually like do different events from summer to fall. So you know how like you go to a small town little festival and there's a petting zoo there and there's like pony rides. That was my job. I gave pony rides. However, we didn't do the merry-go-round. I just had like a halter on the horse, and then I'd put help the kid get up onto the saddle, give him a ride around whatever the area, like walk him around, get pictures with them, fun stuff like that. But it was just like reminded me of that, and the goat like bleeding in the background reminds me of like the goat I had at my grandpa's house, and I love it all. I wish she would write a book. I Okay, did you hear about when people thought that she was coming out with a memoir? Because I fed into that, and then I found out it was a lie. But I was like, no, I need a Taylor book. That would be Oh my, she could do, like, every genre too, and I would buy every single one because the way she just writes is so relatable and so detailed, and yeah, she needs to write, like, lots of books, and I would buy all of them. But yeah, definitely one on how to have energy and to do all the things. Because this girl's struggling, but okay, we'll do another longer sprint. I just like going to the top of the hour. I don't know why it works well for me. Um, right, she's already such a good writer. Yeah, I know. It would come naturally to her, I feel like. And now she's directing. Like what can't she do for reals? But I hope you guys have fun at that. Are you going all out? Like are you getting dressed up? Are you keeping comfy? Because that's what I was like. If I would go, I would do like Eras Tour outfit but comfy. Because I get cold easily, as you can tell, like, I'm in my own house and I'm cold. I get cold in movie theaters, but anyways, we can talk more about it after the next sprint. So I'll see you guys at the top of the hour. Um, yeah. Welcome back. Sorry, I did not realize the sound was not the sound wasn't on of the ambiance for like half that sprint. It's a struggle apparently today. How did everybody do? I read a chapter and then I don't know, I'm just ready to start like working on something, so I started picking up. I have a lot going on in that back corner. I epoxied some stuff yesterday and I got to clean up that. So I'll do that. I quickly, if you were here a couple sprints ago, I started painting this and I added the vinyl on the front this week. And now I just needed to touch up some stuff because I hand painted these on here and I'm going to draw in some lines when this paint dries. But so I worked on that instead. And then something that I did yesterday that I'm loving, I'm not done with it. It still needs like a top coat, but I did this floral bat resin piece. The bat blank is from Michaels, and then I have dried flowers I got from Amazon. I also dry my own flowers from my garden, but I liked this color palette that it was in the Amazon one, so I did that yesterday. And then I actually realized last night that it matches pretty close to my phone case. um I think I'm gonna make it like a little door hanger or something. I might do like a little saying across it in vinyl after the top coat. I don't know yet, but I like it. Okay. Sorry. I rushed through that one real quick because Matt, my husband, left. He went to the hunting property because I think he was getting the hint that he was bugging me. He's just being loud. Um, Girl, I sprained my ankle this week. Your girl is wearing leggings and Uggs, and Karma is a cat with all the cats dressed like her eras. I love that. I mean, that's what I would do if I was going to the film, is I would definitely just be going for the comfort, but that's still like so much fun. And I hope you have the best time, Becca. I was playing games with one of the boys I'm watching. I've been watching him since last Thursday, and I finally get to go home tonight once his parents get back from Wyoming. Oh, that's a lot. That's a long time to watch uh kids. I'm trying to think. I have a little brother that's 10 years younger than me, and so I was the free babysitter all the time. And I'm trying to think. My mom and dad never went anywhere, and my mom never really left, but I think the longest I ever had him was when he would come visit me when I was at college for Little Sibs weekend, but that's a long time, and I wonder what Wyoming would be like this time of year. I feel like it'd be really nice. Like, it's not super into fall yet, but that's really fun. No reading that sprint. I was productive around the house, though. Oh, well, that's good. I mean, at least you did something, and even if you did nothing, it's Saturday. But I'm glad you got stuff done, and yeah, like I said, I started cleaning up because it's just making me feel better, and you guys can see what I was talking about. So I love my hexagon shelves that I forced my husband to make me. Uh, he's probably so fed up with how much I constantly change stuff. So we built this room a year ago in August. So it's been just over a year that this is part of our basement, and this used to just be like we had a built-in bar, and it took up I don't like it didn't take up any space, and it just was like a weird little part next to our stairs. So we're like, why don't we close that off? I can have we call it my resin room because this is where I resin at a lot when I used to resin, which I'm trying to get back into. thus the tumblers and this. Like I'm trying to get back into resining again. Um, and with resin, when it's curing, you don't want to be around the chemical reaction. So like while it cures and dries, you want it to be separate. So I was having problems in my other craft room because I wouldn't be able to be in there. If I did, I had to have a respirator on, and it was really hard to get other stuff done. So now I have two rooms, and this space is like a smaller space, but it's coming along pretty good. But I've I have a lot of books. Like I literally have a bookshelf over here, and then I have like the two here. I'll try not to make it super. So then I have the bookshelves I made out of drawers over here. So like one has supplies on it, and the other one has books. But what I'm hoping to do is to put two bookshelves in between here. And as you can see, my husband didn't finish the trim on this window. It's a work in progress. We do everything ourselves that we can. Like I said, my husband did restoration. I love DIYing and flipping stuff, but there's just I'm a collector of all things. I'm not a hoarder. I'm a collector. I collect glitter, I collect books, all craft supplies. um So, and I'm sure there's like piles of stuff here that I can't see because the comments are up. I don't know if you guys can see, but I got like my book sleeves and stuff. I'm just running out of room, right? So I'm hoping that we can put two bookshelves here, and then I can move. I made this little shelf for my Funkos. I can move that probably on top of one of these. I have Halloween decorations up. It's just all crazy chaos right now. But get rid of that. I might be able to move my hexagon shelves somewhere else. Like, I don't know, maybe under this window or something. I don't know. It might get in my workspace. Anyways, uh, I might even put them on my flower wall. I don't know. I am definitely a maximalist, if you can't tell. um, Anyways, so I would like the bookshelves there. I would like to paint them the same teal color, and I actually looked up the heirloom paints, and I think I found one close. They didn't have the one I wanted, but this like capri one, no, that looks way different on my mod. It looks closer on this, but I love like dark. I might even be able to do like, well, those don't look anywhere close to the color they actually are. Anyways, I don't know. I'm gonna start with white because it matches like the trim and stuff, but I would really like to have like pretty colors. I also plan on this bookshelf doing something cool on like the background. I like more. Like to me, more is more, you know? If you couldn't tell by my chaotic room and like how I store things up there that it's a lot. The bat is gorgeous. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, I need to get making more things for sale again. I don't know why I got very much in my head about selling stuff. I'm a perfectionist and I haven't been resining. I don't know, and I love to resin. So I need to do it, and hopefully I'll have a lot more stuff for sale. But also, like I said, my sprints next weekend in honor of my like belated birthday. I am going to be doing giveaways and lots of fun stuff of things I make. So I'm excited for that. I got to chapter 10 in Library of Shadows and actually really liking it. I got 3 templates cut out for new bags, and now it's time to cut fabric. Whoop, whoop, getting it done. I love it. Thank you. I love the bat, of course. I always love your hand painted flower tumblers. See, and like, I just get very much in my own head, and I just need to keep creating. As Taylor Swift says, never stop creating. And I love the V split. And I'm gonna draw lines on this. I did a hand painted pumpkin and I added glitter and this is I I wanted a sprinkle and it turned into like a splat. Uh, so it just might be my Tumblr, but I don't know, maybe someone will like it, and I know fall is, like, coming to an end. I don't know, some people do fall stuff up until Thanksgiving and then switch over. I am the type of person that, like, after October, I'm, like, ready for Christmas, especially because as a crafter, I like, literally, I already have Christmas stuff out, guys. I already had for my contract work, I already had to do Christmas things. So I had to decorate all this for Christmas and then take it all down and then put Halloween back up. So after Halloween, I am normally on to Christmas, but I love, like, look at that. Sorry. I love the stuff I make. That's probably kind of vain, but, um, it's beautiful there this time of year, like here in Colorado and Wyoming. Yeah, that's what I figured. It'd probably be really gorgeous this time of year. I feel like everywhere is a good time this time of year, like, if you're looking for fall, like, anything like Colorado or out west, East Coast, like, now is the time before it gets, like, really nasty and cold. Like, I'm in Michigan, it's chilly, but it's not horrible yet, and then down south, it's not unbearably hot, so I feel like it's just a good time. I love the hand painted flowers. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I'm gonna show you my pumpkins real quick, and then we're gonna do our last sprint. I know it's kind of short today, but Kendall, who is Bookforia, she has, like I said, a Patreon, and she's doing sprints right now. So I want to pop on there and support her after this next sprint. But I want to show you guys the pumpkins. Okay, and then the epoxy repelled, which I don't know why it did that. Like, I know why. I should have sealed it, but it was paint. Normally, it doesn't do this. Anyway, so it looks a lot worse than what it is because it needs more layers of epoxy, but I wanna show you my pumpkins because I was so proud of them, but, um, alas, I did too much glitter. I still think it's cute. I don't know if I might, like, try to outline them so that they're a little bit more noticeable, but yeah, I was like, "Oh, I'll just do a little bit of glitter." Oh, no, that was a lot. Oh, like and then I tried to get rid of it, and it wasn't getting rid of it, but I hand painted those too because I like teal and orange for yeah. But yeah, then I was trying to, like, get the glitter off and then move them at least off the pumpkins, and it just I tried, but I think it's cute. We'll see how it goes. But I do have a couple fall tumblers I'm hoping will be done by next week and they'll be in my Etsy shop. I'm hoping this one will finally be done and be in my Etsy shop. And yeah, so we'll get started. We'll only probably do like a 30-minute sprint if that's okay with everybody. Um thank you. You guys are sweet. Um I love painting. I like painting. So we'll do one more sprint, and I know everybody's got, like, busy Saturdays and stuff, so see you in a half an hour. Welcome back. How did everybody do? I am drawing the lines. I'm almost done. I only have a couple more flowers. And then I have the leaves to do, which are still a little wet. So, working on this tumbler. Yeah, that was a quick one. So did you guys get a lot done? I am on 25% of the witching hour, and a lot of things are starting to connect, which I'm only a quarter of the way through. So I'm curious on how that's gonna go. I'm gonna put this down. But I'm liking the witching hour. I hope it's all worth it and it's not. I hope the buildup is good, you know? Katie, hello. Happy Saturday. Um, just joined now. How is everyone? I'm doing good. Thank you for joining. Unfortunately, that was the last sprint. I have a friend who has a Patreon that's doing sprints right now, so I wanted to hop on and support her. But I appreciate everybody that was here today and hanging out. Made lunch for my little guy and I. Yum. Yeah, I'm hungry. I always forget to eat before these sprints. But I'm so glad you are having such a great day with him. That it sounds like it's just like a good mommy Sunday for you too. I'm at chapter 12 and just found out some cool stuff. It's starting to ramp up now. I'm excited. I'm gonna have to. Did you get that on Libby or is it on Scribd? Because I might need to add that. Not like I don't have a million and one things to read right now, but endless TBR, which once I'm done with the witching hour, I'll be re-listening to Fourth Wing because April and I are working on something that comes out in November. And we also have a book club that we do together called Tales of Starlight Book Club. Sorry if you can hear my animals. My hubby is home. But so we have Tales of Starlight Book Club. It's a fantasy book club. It's bi-monthly, so we're off for the month of October, but our pick is Iron Flame, the sequel to Fourth Wing. And so I want to re-listen to Fourth Wing because shoot, when did I read that? I read it a couple months ago, and I mean, I'm so obsessed with Fourth Wing. There's nothing in the background that has anything to do with this. You're not gonna be able to tell what it is, but there are things in this background. But we're doing Iron Flame. I'm very excited for our November book club pick, and we'll be discussing that probably actually in December, I think is when it works best for us to discuss it. And it'll be on probably a Saturday because that works best for April and I. Okay, it's on Scribd. That's the one. I don't remember the name of it, but it's on Scribd. So excited. I know. I'm so excited for all the things to come. I literally am working on so much right now. It doesn't to me, I know my like social media presence hasn't had like a lot of finished stuff, but it's because I'm working on so much stuff right now. Library of Shadows. I was like, I know it has library in it and it's not very long, but besides that, I couldn't remember the whole name of it. Yeah, so Library of Shadows is on. Sorry, my hubby is so loud. Library of Shadows is on Scribd, and I'm gonna have to add that on. Like I said, the witching hour is 50 hours, but it's so detailed and there's a lot of characters. It doesn't feel overwhelming because sometimes with audiobooks, it's really hard when there's a lot of different characters and it's all read by the same person to follow along. Um, but The Witching Hour by Anne Rice, I'm really liking it. But I hope it's worth it because it's kind of like hinting at a certain direction it might be going. And if it goes that direction, I won't like it as much, but I'm liking it so far. It is creepy safer. It's not like super terrifying scary, but I kind of feel like it's ramping up to that, if that makes sense. So, if you don't like anything spooky, I wouldn't read The Witching Hour. I wouldn't read it either. I have it on Libby because it is 50 hours. But if you like big, long books, I recommend it. It's going to be great. Yes, there's so much I'm working on and I don't want to like dump it all out until it starts happening because you guys will probably be like, "Oh my gosh, it's so much." But I'm here for it. I love it, and I'm so thankful for everyone that supports me no matter what I'm doing. So, uh, once again, I am doing belated birthday sprints next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern as usual, but I'm gonna go until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is a lot longer than I normally go. But if you do sprints or anything like that, if you like going live and want to hang out for a little bit, a long bit, whatever, next Saturday, please, please, please message me on a Spark of Sam library or a Spark of Sam, my crafty account. It's just a Spark of Sam on Instagram about it. And I will be doing giveaways and lots of fun stuff next week. So just so you know, trying to keep y'all updated. I need to do a calendar, honestly, with how much it's coming out lately. So, yeah, I'm gonna finish this up. I only got a little bit left. I'm loving it. I think it's so pretty. Um, I'm gonna be hopping on my friend's sprints. So I will see you guys next Saturday. And I'm hoping. I have so much planned for my birthday week content wise. I'm hoping I can do at least half of what I want to do. So let's just pray I have energy like Taylor Swift to do all the things I want to do. So thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it so, so much. So, see you next Saturday. Bye. Oh, bye, April. Thank you. Um, see you next week.